Hi everyone, this is the Michael Myers Fanatic. I'm here today to review a video game, and I normally don't do that, but this video game was so good that I had to do it. It's called Final Fantasy X, and it was released on December 17th, 2001 for PlayStation 2. And it was later remastered in 2013-2014. I thought it was a very good game. I'm just going to hurry up and get down to the plot because then I have to review the sequel. So I'm going to be kind of rushed here, and I apologized for that. The game came out in 2001, but I did not learn about it until it was, I think, June or July of 2004. The game is basically about this guy named Tidus, played by James Arnold Taylor, and he plays a sport called blitzball. Blitzball is like a version of underwater soccer. That's the best way I can describe it. And Tidus lives in a place called Spira. Now, this place called Spira has many different races. It has the Albed, which are a human race, and then it has the Ronso. They are their own race. The Ronso kind of look like a race of apes or primate type characters, but that's not what the game describes them as. I'm going to go and find what they're described as, so hold on one second, I'll be right back with you. It basically says that the Ronso are like a race of lion-like creatures. To me, they don't really look like lions, they look more like apes, or primates, or monkey-type, gorilla-type creatures. In my opinion, I've always thought Kimari looked something like a giant ape. That was my opinion on that. But basically, Tidus starts out in an area called Zanarkand, and Zanarkand looks something like New York City. It's like their version of New York City. And blitzball is very popular there. I would say more popular in Zanarkand than it is in Spira. But anyway, we learned that Tidus is the son of a famous blitzball player named Jecht. And Jecht is played by Greg Barger or Barger, or however you say that. But basically, Jecht is portrayed as a jerk. He treats his son like crap. He basically makes fun of his son because his son is the emotional type. His son is always crying. He makes fun of him like, oh, stop crying. Things like that. You're such a crybaby. And he basically teases his son throughout the whole story. We later find out that Jecht has become a creature that is known as Sin. And Sin is basically like a giant fish that kills people. That's what it looks like to me. And Lulu, one of the characters, she is a black magician. When I say black magician, I simply mean she practices black magic. She is played by Paula Tiso. But Lulu says that Sin is violence incarnate. So I thought that was really interesting. And of course we have our summoner, Lady Yuna, and she's played by Hetty Burris. She is basically the main star of the game. She leads everyone through the battle against Sin. We have Seymour Guado, played by Alex Fernandez. And there are a lot of characters. I really don't have time, nor do I want to go through them all. The bottom line is Tidus and his friends have to fight this creature that is called Sin. And Tidus gets transported to Spira because Sin basically swallows him up and takes him forward into time. 1,000 years into time, to be exact. And that's basically when everything starts to hit the fan and the big war starts between Sin and Spira. We learned that there's a group of fighters called the Crusaders that has been fighting Sin for hundreds of years, and they are led now by Wakka's brother. Wakka is played by John DiMaggio, and John DiMaggio also plays Kimari Ronso. We have Riku, who was played by Tara Strong. She is an Albed, and the Albed race is hated by Yevon. Yevon is a religious order. But to make a long story short, they basically fight Sin. The only thing I didn't like about this game is I didn't like the way Lulu treated everyone. Wakka is basically Lulu's boyfriend, and she just treats him like crap. Wakka is a little bit on the slow side. He's not too quick on the uptake, and because of this, Lulu just degrades him and demeans him throughout the whole game. And I'm like, why is he putting up with this? And the one thing I don't understand about this game and its sequel, they really pushed this women's movement thing. I mean, the women basically treat the men like crap. And I don't get it. Donna does the same thing to Barthelo. She just talks to him like crap. You guys basically know who Donna is if you've played the game. If you don't know, look it up, because I don't have time to go over all of this stuff with you. I really enjoy the game. I just don't like that whole women's lib movement, making the men out to be stupid and the women know everything. I really don't like that. That turned me off about this game. Wakka's brother Chappu, he ends up getting killed by Sin. We find out because what happened was Chappu disappeared. From the way they're portraying things, it's like he disappeared or he got attacked, and his whereabouts or his fate is not fully known. So that's what I'm getting from that. And as I said, we later find out that Sin is defeated by Tidus and his team. We also come to find out that Tidus himself is a dream and doesn't really exist. Now this part here is a bit confusing. This is confusing to me. I don't quite get this, but you know, maybe somebody in the comment section can explain this. Maybe when I post it in the Final Fantasy group, they can explain this, because I don't quite get it. The whole Tidus being a dream thing, we basically find out that he is a dream, he does not exist, and he tells Yuna at the end, when this fight is over, I'm going to disappear. So she basically spends the whole sequel, 10-2, looking for Tidus. And we're going to get into that next, and that is my next review. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Final Fantasy X, released on December 17th, 2001. It was re-released and remastered in 2013-2014 for PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita. The original release is for PlayStation 2. And now on to Final Fantasy X-2. Thank you very much.